Hey all, so decided to do a video with a bit of gameplay here. Going to attempt a tournament. Um, I've won one tournament in a tier 3. Um, I think really uh, how well I do depends on what tier I'm landed in. If I'm in tier 2, probably not much chance. I don't think my elo's high enough to go into a tier 1, and that would be a disaster. So the only thing that would be cool about that is I might get to play against someone interesting. Um, but yeah, it's a no move. I've been doing better at no move than other types of uh, the other two, NMPZ and moving. Moving's been a disaster for me lately. So see what happens here. Um, I'm going to start doing more videos, gameplay, working on uh, making it into the champion division. I made it for 1 week. I was quickly turned around and sent back into Master 1 again. I've been in Master 1 for 2 months or so now. Really been trying to grind and get stuff down, but I feel like plateauing a little bit, just in the top half of Master 1. But going to keep playing and see what happens. There's a lot to learn, and I have an especially large amount to learn. Still making blunders, but I read a lot of the forums online and stuff, and people are really bothered about making blunders. But if you watch at all, the Geo League and stuff, like the pros make some pretty big blunders too. I mean, obviously you see them more so in NMPZ, a little bit in no move, not really in moving too much because obviously you've got time to find a little bit of information. But uh, yeah, I mean, you can't beat yourself up over the blunders. It's just trying to build up that consistency, and I think that's really what I need to do to get any further is just um, reduce the amount of blunders that I've been making. But yeah, tournament's a good way to kind of test that out under pressure. Um, I'm pretty close to making champion uh, again this week for next week. Again, my goal at this point would be to stay in there 2 consecutive weeks, but that's not easy. There's a lot of good players there, and I've only been playing consistently for a few months, so I guess my expectations can't be too high. Um, that's the thing. You get really frustrated when you stop moving, but I think I've come a long way in a short amount of time. So I think if I keep at it, I'll get where I want to be. End goal would be to play against one of the pros, even once, just get absolutely shellacked by one of them. But it'd be cool to get that opportunity. So tournament's about to start. I'll see what tier I'm sitting in. Okay, tier 2. So not really what I wanted to see. I'm curious to see who's playing tonight in tier 1, if there's anybody. Okay, Moo's playing. That's pretty cool. Not that I'll get a chance to play against him. Radu also won the America's tournament just recently. So that's pretty cool. So we know those two guys are playing at the same time right now. I don't see anyone else that I know here, but and I don't think I recognize anyone for people I've been playing against recently. Um, in the duels, I don't recognize anybody, but let's see. Okay, so really out of this, I'd love to make to get one win uh, out of here, out of this tournament, one round. Okay, so pretty quickly here is got Austrian Bollards. Yep, we're in Austria for sure. Turach. I don't know if this is findable. This looks fairly mountainous. I'm going to go pretty much in the middle, I think. And the thing is, do I click and pressure, or do I actually try and find it? Um, Turach. I don't know if this angle of the road's going to help me much. Probably not, because I don't really even know where I'm looking, but I do think we're not in the crazy tall mountains. I do think we're around here somewhere. I'm gonna drop a pin and see if I find this. I can see my opponent is doing the exact same thing as me right now. I'm sure of it, but I think this might be a little too small. Unfortunately, it was. Zoom in there. Yeah, that's a tight one. But I mean, 60 points of damage means nothing, but certainly better than losing. All right, here we go. We've got an antenna. Looks like we are going to be, if I'm not mistaken, we're driving on the right side. No, we're driving on the left side of the road. So is this going to be Namibia? Or no, this is just going to be Kenya. A drier area. No, but the road lines aren't right. This is on the front. We're driving on the left, but the okay, no, Kenya road lines are not yellow on the outside. I'm just overthinking it. Okay, yeah, there we go. Kenya. Pretty dry, reddish soil. But he locked in with 10 seconds left. I don't know, really. Okay, well, down there. I went center because really, I knew it wasn't going to be over here because it's not nearly as dry. But that's about it. That's all I had to go on. Okay, so we're in Nigeria, not too far north. Got a bit reddish soil. That's kind of mixed all over. Edo. Seems like the player might know where this is. I don't, unfortunately. And it's a state. Okay, Edo State. We're in Edo State, so I'm going to go right in the center of Edo State. Nice. Okay, that's good. Just got to stay ahead of them. It's good to have that extra 10-15 seconds to look around once the player's selected. Okay, so this is looking like we're in Turkey here by the Ballers, if I'm not mistaken. Although, no, can't quite tell. See anything tell me this is? Yeah, okay. I don't recognize these Ballards, or I do, and I don't know what they are. I'm hedging Greece and Turkey at this point. It's kind of sad. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, it was Spain. So that's probably going to do me in there. I'm probably not going to recover from that. But, you know, it's no move. There's a chance. 3 more rounds. Okay. So, is this Italy? No. Is this Austria again? I'm not sure. I'm feeling more like Czechia vibes to me. But I could be talking on my ass here. I think I'm going to go North Czechia. Let's see what happens. And it was Germany, so I think now I'm really starting to get out of reach. I'm going to really depend on my opponent to make a blunder here. That's too bad. That last round really got me. Okay, so we got dotted roads. Okay, Tunisia. This is the car further north, I believe. I'm gonna have to click between Sousse and Tunis, and further away again. So I got a round for my opponent here to make a terrible blunder, or no luck. Okay, looking like probably Denmark. Not a good country. I don't think there's much chance that I'm gonna win now. Unfortunately, this could even Sweden. I think this is Denmark. Super flat. Where do we go? I mean, gonna have to kind of try for an extreme Denmark, but it doesn't matter. This is gonna be a wow. I don't think anyone saw that. Now, Interesting. Um, I guess I don't have the ability to look over that game again, do I? Okay, no, I think I do. Look at the breakdown here, just see you kind of my worst blunder. So he went. Um, let's watch the replay here. So wow, you know how, and we both did this, um, clearly by our guesses. But what's glaringly obvious here is the car is driving on the left. Um, we have cars parked on the right. I mean, I guess I can't. And it does look like there's a bit of blue on the left of the license plate. And that's why I think automatically the landscape uh, and everything. I kind of locked in to get Denmark in my mind, and the license plate there. But this car here is driving on the left. Um, the car that we're in, I don't know if you can tell in this car, which is the front and the back, or whether I could have been able to tell. My opponent didn't either. We both went mainland Europe, and it was Ireland, which was a far shot. And you know, I don't even think with the multipliers that would have been a tough one. I would have had to get a big country and be right on, and they'd have to make a mistake. Um, I mean, take a look at what my opponent was looking at, and you know, they did the same thing, but did not notice that the car is driving. See, there is. I didn't think that Ireland. Well, they are in the EU, so why wouldn't they? Maybe I just. Yeah. Okay. Well, we both overlooked the fact that there's a car driving on the left. Um, take a look at the first round was fine. Second round was not bad at all. Third round was good as well. Fourth round was the first one. I made a pretty big blunder there. Um, so, I mean, we're all familiar with you know, the normal um, bollards in Spain, but clearly I missed this one. I ended up hedging Greece and Turkey, but I mean, there's the inconsistency that I'm talking about that I need to improve on because you know the trees it definitely had a Mediterranean feel to it looking to me. I didn't think this was Italy. I mean, Spain was in the back of my mind, like as a possibility, just because of you know the type of trees and everything. But obviously, I was thinking a lot further east. So, and this is really the round that sunk me here. Um, might have been a chance to stay in it, rest of it. But anyway, too bad. I'm gonna, even though this is pretty, you know, pathetic attempt, I'm gonna post it anyway. Just more content, the better. Nobody's watching the videos at this point anyway, so who cares? But anyway, anyone who does end up watching, thanks, and catch you on the next one.